Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm going all in again, playing some Turbo Initiative, looking to get my Avenging Hunter onto the table as soon as possible. I'm going for the red-green again. Tried a couple of different scenarios I didn't really like. I think red-green has the best game against mono-red, so we're going to see what happens. I'm playing 16 emblems. We've got 4 Avenging Hunters, 4 Trailblazer's Torch, those are for the initiative. We've got 4 Crimson Fleet Commodore and 4 Entourage of Trest for the Monarch. Entourage of Trest can block more than one creature as long as you're the Monarch, which is kind of cool. Writhing Chrysalis can block flyers. And Burning Tree Emissary is a way to mana fix while also putting another body on the table. We've got 4 Lightning Bolts and 3 Breath Weapons as our main deck interaction, and a ton of mana with 16 ways to get mana via Rite of Flame, Seething Song, Simian Spirit Guide, and Lotus Petal. The rest of the deck is 8 depletions and 3 each of the basics. So it's pretty simple. Sideboard, 6 Pyro effects, some more sweepers, some Flaring Pains, a little bit of life gain, and Serene Heart for aura decks like Bogles and potentially mono white heroic. If you're interested in sideboard guides for the decks that I like to play, check out patreon.com/kalikaiz. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought about it. Also, check out the membership options for early access to videos. Make sure to also check out cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe. That's my spiel. Let's head into the matches. We're here in round 1 versus Lindoso01. We have a turn 2 Monarch, potentially have a turn 3 Avenging Hunter either way. So I think we can go Woodlot, play the Monarch, or let's see what happens. What is Lindoso01 playing today? Are they playing Boros? They do like to play Boros. Dross Forge Bridge, potentially Affinity. Okay, let's play the Woodlot out and pass the turn. They might think we're on Poison Storm. They play a Candy Trail, looks like Affinity. So we need to get on the table really quickly. I think I probably want to put the Monarch in play. All right, so let's go Rite of Flame, Burning Tree, into Monarch. We have 7 power on the table. Next turn, we're just probably going to play out the Sandstone Needle. Our opponent rats us. We can get rid of the Woodlot. They kill my Commodore. I'm going to bolt your Refurbished Familiar, play the Sandstone Needle, and attack for 2. What's neat here is now that I drew the Chrysalis, I can go Ritual, Chrysalis, Avenging Hunter. They draw off the Candy Trail. 21 life. They haven't found a 3rd land. Okay, we have all sorts of stuff going on. Let's Seething Song, play the Chrysalis. They scoop! Yes. Okay, we win a game. Can we do it again? So Breath Weapon might not necessarily be very good. But is there anything to bring in instead? This doesn't have reach. I mean, we could think about bringing in some number of Pyroblast effects because they're going to bring in Hydroblast. I think I'll just bring back in the Breath Weapon, keep those in the deck because it clears their flyers. Maybe that'll be okay. We just got to go fast. Okay, I have a turn 2 Commodore or turn 2 Chrysalis, turn 3 Avenging Hunter. Let's keep it. Our opponent plays a tap land. I'll go tap land as well. Currently have 4 mana. I wonder if they have a Hydroblast right now. I'm going to start with Rite of Flame. And then play the Chrysalis. Chrysalis cannot get Hydroed. Pass the turn. So the best case scenario for me is I could get my Avenging Hunter into play. They play the Candy Trail. Trying to just play around Hydroblast. Plays a land. Okay. We have yet another Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't cast all those things. So Chrysalis is going to get huge here, and we have an Avenging Hunter. We'll pick up a Forest. Wing for 4. If they're not representing Hydroblast, I have a couple more things I can do. Plays a Kenku. Okay. I think... Interesting. They are going to attack with their Candy Trail. So they get to get a basic here. I can go Burning Tree into Chrysalis. Or I can just bolt their Candy Trail. Let's see how much mana I end up having. I have a Lotus Petal. So I can Chrysalis plus bolt the Candy Trail. I can Burning Tree plus Chrysalis plus bolt the Candy Trail. That seems pretty good, right? I'm worried about them having a Sweeper. So how do I deal with that? Just make my Chrysalis gigantic. Okay. Play the Burning Tree. Play another Chrysalis. Lightning Bolt your Candy Trail. Bonk. And I'll attack. Send 9. So no blocks for our opponent, huh? I think I will sack this. Sack this. They're going to take 11, going to 5. Then I'm going to put all the counters on my other Chrysalis to have 2 giant creatures. It's going to be very difficult for them to actually sweep the board. Plus, Forge kills them right now. They have a Deadly Dispute. Plays a land. Deadly Dispute again. We win game 1, or match 1. Awesome. We'll go on to round 2. We're in round 2 on the draw. We have no thing to be slamming on the table turn 1. We're in a mulligan. We have Seething Song, Avenging Hunter. This looks like a pretty good keep. I think I just get rid of the Lightning Bolt. Let's keep this. I am hoping to draw a land though, because if I can get Chrysalis into Avenging Hunter, that'd be awesome. Forest for the opponent. Okay, so we have a turn to Avenging Hunter. I'll pass the turn. We have it via Simian Spirit Guide, Seething Song, Burning Tree, Avenging Hunter. They play a Blanchwood Prowler, so they're on Dredge. Let's see if we can go faster than them. So Simian Spirit Guide, Seething Song, Burning Tree, Avenging Hunter. Then I guess I get the Mountain, play the Mountain, pass the turn. The problem at the moment is that I don't have enough mana to cast both my Chrysalises. So I can make 4 mana, but I can't really go anywhere with it. Knot of the Bone could also be a big problem for me here. Scrapwork Mutt from the opponent. They pitch a Stinkweed Imp. No Knot of the Bone. Lotla Giant goes to the graveyard. Plays a Geothermal Bog. No attacks. Okay. We're going to suit up the Avenging Hunter for trample damage. Just going fast. Trying to go fast. Another Burning Tree. So I guess I'm just going to Burning Tree again into Chrysalis. Chrysalis enters the battlefield. Let's go. Attack for 9. Jam. That's turn 3. We are on the board. Our opponent's now at 9 life. If they attack with the Scrapwork Mutt, I can just block with the spawn and sack the spawn. I don't know if that's necessary at the moment. We can just take the 2 damage as well. I feel like they should have maybe blocked with the Scrapwork Mutt so they could pitch the Stinkweed Imp again, but they might have another Scrapwork Mutt in hand. They're tapping for 2 mana. Uh-oh, more mana than that. 3, 4 mana. So are they going to Dread Return something? They Dread Return the Lotla Giant. It domes us for 4. That is a 6/5. We will trap you. So what happens if I attack with everything? Okay. Attack with everything, they block and block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Block, block, block. We can bolt the Prowler. Attack. They have to block here to kill this. This dies. Oh, this has trample, so this should be enough damage, right? If I attack with everything, they block and block and block here. They take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Send in the team. I am not used to doing combat math, guys. If they don't block with the Mutt, they take 6 right now. Okay, they're gonna take 7. Cool. We take game 1. And I think that Breath Weapon could be pretty good versus their deck because it clears all of their little creatures. We really need all of the creatures that we have to get on the table as fast as possible. I think I can just take out a couple of bolts. Maybe I can split the difference. I don't know. Maybe the Trailblazer's Torch can get out and then bring in the bolts. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. We have a turn 1 land, bolt their first creature, turn 2 Commodore. They have a Rebel Belt Maverick. So I was thinking they probably wouldn't have a 1-drop, but they did. So we have to play the land, pass. Burning Tree Emissary is good. Then we can put 2 creatures on the table. Okay. I'm going to yield them until their next end step. Can't right click. That's weird. Plays another Rebel Belt Maverick. Seems to be some sort of bug where I can't right click right now. Okay. Surveils away a Satyr Wayfinder. Plays a land. We'll bolt a creature. Okay, we found a Breath Weapon. Again, Burning Tree, Red Flame, Petal, Commodore. And now we're looking to draw into lands. We found one land, so Breath Weapon is now online. We can't let them Dread return us. They Mesmeric Fiend. Probably just takes the Breath Weapon then. Although Breath Weapon kills everything at the moment. Plays a land. They are passing the turn, it looks like. I find a Seething Song. I'll play a land and just pass into the next end step. No attacks. They cycle a Troll. Found a Breath Weapon. Okay. Red return on the Troll. Alright, not great. My turn. Avenging Hunter. I'll just attack with the Crimson Fleet Commodore and see if they want to block with the Troll. I assume they don't. Okay, they go to 15. What do we draw? Another Seething Song. That does not help very much. We can almost like double Breath Weapon. They're getting in for 6. Guess they're going to take the Monarch. Plays a Satyr Wayfinder. Now they put Generous Ent in the graveyard. Plays a Blanchwood Prowler. Okay. Find another Breath Weapon. I'm going to attack. The problem I have is I can't get the Avenging Hunter down. They are going to trade their Blanchwood Prowler. Yep. 5. If I find it, can't triple Breath Weapon right now. That's cost 9 mana. We're just sitting here on nothing. Dang. Oh, actually. Okay, I'll make 5, 6, 7. I can Breath Weapon into Breath Weapon. I need 2 more mana. I can't even right-click concede. Because I can't right-click. That stinks. Okay, I'll just take it. Unfortunate. Can't believe I can't scoop. Troll doing work. I think I will concede right now. Or I can't concede. I still can't concede. We're dead though. They got me. Okay. Seems like Breath Weapon's actually not that great. Bring the torches in. I just need to put stuff on the table. Alright, we're on the play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Burning Tree, Trailblazer's Torch. Seems fine. Let's keep. We can also go land, turn 2, Emissary into Chrysalis, turn 3, Torch. Our opponent has mulligan to 5. Now 4. I guess that's pretty good for me. I'm looking for a ritual. If I find like a Seething Song, I think we're just going to win. Mulligans to 3. Not like this. I'll play my Hickory Woodlot and pass the turn. What are they mulliganing to if they mulligan to 3? Plays nothing. Go Petal, Simian Spirit Guide, Burning Tree, and the Chrysalis. So next turn we have 4 mana on the table. We can play Torch, get a Mountain, and then bolt their creature. They cycle the Troll. So they're going directly for the Troll Exhume. Cycles for Geothermal Bog. Plays the Bog. So I guess I'm going to go Torch. And then grab my Mountain. And then suit up the Chrysalis. And attack with everybody. Opponent goes to 6. Cycles another Troll. Finding a Haunted Mire. Can they do an Exhume? Plays the Haunted Mire out. Okay, they don't have the Exhume in hand. Cycles a Generous Ent in response to the initiative. Okay. Let's Forge on Burning Tree. Just spreading out my damage. Attack for 8. They go to 6. We only need 3 more damage plus the Lightning Bolt. They could have a Knot of the Bone. That would be plus 6 life. Plays Scrapwork Mutt. Okay. Discards the Ridgeline. It would have been interesting if they could discard another Scrapwork Mutt to get haste. GG's, good luck in the rest, opponent, and we'll see you in round 3. Alright, we have a turn 2 Monarch. Potentially we could wait for the Entourage so that we have a bigger Monarch creature to block with. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep. 1, 2, 3 on turn 1. Opponent's on Mountain. Snow-covered Mountain, it's interesting. So maybe it's a Fey deck. Let's play the Sandstone Needle and pass a turn. I think we play the Entourage on turn 2, plus the Burning Tree. Okay, cycles Alluring revealed. We're probably facing blue-red Scred. They grabbed an island. Plays the island. Okay, I hope that they don't have a loose focus here. They foretell, so they're not going to be able to get past my turn to Monarch. Land, Simon Spirit Guide, Lotus Petal, play Burning Tree. Then I'll just play this Entourage. Okay, Writhing Chrysalis is a great draw. I guess I need a little bit more land, because then I can't play the Commodore here, but Chrysalis is a really big creature, and I think having that on the table is important. Although I am losing my red mana. They play a Preordain. I kind of wonder if they're going to play a Monarch of their own. If so, we probably need to have red mana for the Lightning Bolt. And they're passing. We find Hickory Woodlot. I'm going to play the Woodlot out and attack for 6. Next turn I have 6 mana, so I can play Chrysalis into Commodore. We'll attack for 6. They bolt my creature. I find a Breath Weapon. Currently our opponent's at 16. They play their Behold the Multiverse, holding up potentially a counterspell. They kind of need to do something though. We're going way over the top of them. And now they've tapped out of counterspell. Or Brainstorm. Looks like they were trying to cast a Terror, but they can't. Alright, they are passing the turn. Draw, we find a Seething Song. Play the land. I'll attack you for 4. They Scred my creature. So we're just going to Chrysalis and then use the extra mana from the Chrysalis. So it's like the Chrysalis was a 2 mana 4/5. Spawn, spawn, play out my 5/2. Pass the turn. Trying to draw into red mana. We draw an Entourage again. Opponent's going with Ponder. They don't use Ponder's ability, so they do not shuffle. They're going to shuffle with their Perilous Landscape instead. Or they could cast their Monarch of their own. Okay, my turn. I find a mountain, which is good. Let's go ahead and swing. They take 9 damage going to 7. I guess I'm just going to pass. It'll be interesting to see if they just bolt both my creatures. They go Breath Weapon. And Scred. Okay, we find a Woodlot. They play an Azure Fleet Admiral. Yep. We're going to try Lightning Bolt. Kill this thing. Their Terror is on the field. They have 3 cards in hand. We have 5, 6, 7 mana. Let's play the Entourage. I'm the Monarch, not you. Pass the turn. We draw a Seething Song. They attack for 5. I'm going to take it. Try to attack them back. Plays a land. They go to 4 cards in hand. Do you have a removal spell? They don't. Attack. Okay, so now we have a Lightning Bolt. We just need to be able to resolve it. Sandstone Needle is the draw. What's our opponent going to do? They can't attack. If they do attack, it means they have a removal spell. They don't attack, so they must not have the removal spell. Play Needle. Play Writhing Chrysalis. Give myself a blocker. They counterspell. Okay, I'm going to not attack. We draw. Lotus Petal. So they've used 1 counterspell so far. Plays a Commodore. Sure. Okay, my turn. We have a lot of things going on. Let's see. I'll try a Seething Song. They use a Dispel. Okay. Play my own Commodore. And I have the Lotus Petal for if they have Counterspell. They have a Counterspell. Alright, they're dead. Haha, gotcha. Play the Lotus Petal and Bolt Face. Boom. Yeah, that was tricky and good. I liked it. 0 is the correct number. Now we need to bring all of our red Elemental Blasts in and Pyroblasts. Breath Weapon, not very good. Lightning Bolt, that's kind of the trade I'm making here. I know that it doesn't stop their Commodores, but it's going to stop most of their other stuff that I care about. And as long as we can get a fast initiative, we can probably win. So what does this hand do? We're 1 mana away from having, like, turn 2, Simian Spirit Guide, Seething Song, Burning Tree, Chrysalis, Commodore. We'd have to have 6 mana for that, but that would be really awesome. So I'm going to keep all of this. I can Writhing Chrysalis on turn 3 and then have 6 mana in play, plus try to get this Burning Tree Emissary out. Just all depending on if they have their Hydroblast online. Plays a tap land. Find a Rite of Flame. I'll play the Sandstone Needle. Pass the turn. Hope is that they tap their land for something. Then I can play all my creatures out. If they don't, we have to draw into some pyros. And that's mostly about just top decking. Oh, they ponder. Ponder into a tap land. You can do it. Okay, they don't shuffle. They play an island. They're passing the turn. Okay, let's see. They could have Spell Pierce. I'm going to pass. They play a third land. I have an Avenging Hunter. I will try Chrysalis. If they use straight up Counterspell, then we can play the Avenging Hunter this turn. Counterspell, okay. So, Simian Spirit Guide. Then we can Rite of Flame, Seething Song, Burning Tree, Avenging Hunter, Rite of Flame. I'm going to try to leave this spawn on the table for future turns. Burning Tree Emissary. So we have 5 mana. 6. Yeah, play the Avenging Hunter here. I'm going to grab a mountain and play the mountain. Pass the turn. Let's see how they can deal with that. Preordain for the opponent. Okay, they play an island again. Terror right now costs 4 mana. We have 7 power on the table. I think I'm going to forge onto the Burning Tree. Try to get it out of the range of the potential for a breath weapon. They bolt the Burning Tree. Okay. I have a Lotus Petal. I'll attack you for 4. And pass the turn. Oh, sorry, it's 5 damage. They're at 15. Next turn they'll be at 10. 5 in the graveyard. Terror costs 2 mana. They play a 5th land. Ponder. Looking for terrors. They just want to dump their hand right now. We need to find some Pyroblasts. Plays a terror. And that's it. Okay. I will trap you. We have 3 cards in hand. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Is there... should I play anything out here? I could play the Simian Spirit Guide as a blocker. Try to play the Trailblazer's Torch. Then if they counterspell it, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can play the Commodore Torch. If this resolves, I'm just going to put it on the Avenging Hunter and attack, I think. Use a counterspell. So let's Lotus Petal, Simian Spirit Guide, and cast the Commodore. Then I'm going to attack for 5. Put them to 5. So both my creatures will be lethal. I mean, they have to have multiple Screds here. There's 1 Scred. We draw, we find another Commodore. So if they have another Scred here or a Hydroblast, we're dead. Bolt. Okay. I can't even concede. My right click on my computer completely crashed. We'll go to 15. They draw for the Monarch. Play a land, pass the turn. Our opponent now has a 7/7 snake and a ton of cards in hand. Bam. So next turn we will be dead. Play my land and pass. Now they can trap us. We'll go to 3. And then they'll just go ahead and send in for 7 damage, putting us to -4. Ow. Ow. They've got Murmuring Mystics. They're going to preordain for some reason. Nothing I have in my hand can stop you. They just want to take some actions. Okay. We're dead. No changes. Submit. Run it back. We're on the play, so a turn 1 emblem would really, really help. We're on the play. Cannot keep this one. Mulligan. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 mana for a turn 2 Commodore. I guess we're keeping. And then I would rather have the Avenging Hunter than the Entourage. Play the land, pass the turn. I guess I'm hoping that I draw another Rite of Flame and our opponent plays a tap land. I can play Avenging Hunter turn 1, turn 2. Tap land, or untap land for the opponent. I'll pass the turn. We're gonna die. They cycled for another untapped land, played it, pass the turn. What do we find? Pyroblast. Okay. They brainstorm. Falling apart here. Our red deck definitely has problems against all the Hydroblasts and interaction from blue decks. Especially not drawing the lands I needed. Right now we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I can attempt to get this done. Play the Lotus Petal out so I don't get Spell Pierced. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame again. That's 5 mana. So we can go Avenging Hunter, Pyroblast, or try to play Burning Tree Emissary. Okay, that resolved. Try it again. Okay, Avenging Hunter. And now if they counterspell, we have Pyroblast, and we grab a mountain. Play the mountain, pass the turn. We're going to forge onto a burning tree so that we can hopefully... Well, let's see. They have 3 in play right now. 3 lands, so they cannot currently scred the Avenging Hunter. So if they don't have scred mana available, I'm going to put forge on the Avenging Hunter. They now have scred mana. They also have breath weapon mana. Okay. So we'll try forging the burning tree. See if they breath weapon. They scred the burning tree. We draw a pyro, which is quite good. Attack. They kill the Avenging Hunter. Hopefully they tap out for a Murmuring Mystic or something. 6 in the graveyard, so terrors are quite cheap. Just 1 mana. They have 5 lands in play. They do tap out for a Murmuring Mystic, so I have the counterspell. If I find 1 mana, I can play my Commodore. And I don't know why, but okay, so they're cracking the Perilous Landscape now. We will trap you. Trying to work my way to the end of the throne. Okay, I have Simian Spirit Guide into Commodore. Attack for 2. Breath Weapon will really get me here. They're at 11. I draw for the Monarchy, drawing a Simian Spirit Guide. They play an island, 3 cards in hand. Slams a Lorien Reveal to draw 3 more cards. And they're passing. We draw a card for the initiative. We draw a card for turn. And then we're going to attack in. We will be able to get the throne off because they can't get us. We have more Pyroblast in hand. There's no way there for them to attack this turn to take the throne. Augur of Bolus. Okay. They whiff. Wow. Lightning Bolt. Okay. My turn. I want something huge and tramply. I think I will take the Avenging Hunter. It is huge, and it is tramply. We take the initiative. That means we can get another mountain or a forest. I think I'm just going to take another mountain. Play a land. I'll go Rite of Flame. And then cast my Commodore here. Putting more creatures on the table. They have a counterspell. I will try to Red Blast it. Resolves. Okay. I'll pass. Well, actually, I'm going to attack. I could draw... Well, I don't have any Lightning Bolts. I only have Pyros. Okay. We still have this 8/7 hexproof that they can't hit this turn. They do have 7 lands, and we win the match! Yes! 3-0! We're here in round 4. I'm going to keep this. Our opponent says, have fortune. Good luck, have fun, opponent. Plays an Ash Barrens. We do have turn 2, pretty much anything we want. Play the Needle. So this is 2, 3, 5. Back to 3 mana. We need 1 more mana. They play a Chancery, so they're on Familiars. We want to get the initiative going, I think. Alright, play the Woodlot. We'll go Rite of Flame, Seething Song, Burning Tree Emissary, and 2 Trailblazer's Torch. Pick up a mountain here, and put the torch on the Burning Tree. This turn we're going to have 5 mana. Still not enough to go Chrysalis into Commodore. They preordain and went top bottom. We take the initiative again, going into Forge. Could have a snap, but what are we going to do? They have the snap. All right. So I think it makes sense to play... Okay. We have enough stuff now. Rite of Flame. We'll go Burning Tree. I guess they could prohibit the Burning Tree, which I didn't think about. Okay, it resolves. We'll play Chrysalis. Get some creatures. They're going to Essence Scatter the Chrysalis. And we'll play a Commodore. Next turn I can trap and Archives again because I can play another Trailblazer's Torch. We draw, drawing an Avenging Hunter. 1 more mana, we can cast the Avenging Hunter. Preordained for the opponent. They go bottom. Maybe they're looking for lands now. Plays a Contaminated Landscape. 3 mana. Plays Sunscape Familiar, so they can snap again. They're going to Modern Age instead. Okay. We could just torch up the Commodore. They discard a Flicker. I'll trap you to 15. Simian Spirit Guide allows me to play the Avenging Hunter this turn. Boom, boom, boom. Play Avenging Hunter. Draw a card. And attack with everything. They scoop it up. Okay, that went quite well. The matchups are going okay now. Get rid of the breath weapons and the pyroblast. I mean the lightning bolts, just bringing in pyros. I like the 6 for 6 swap. Submit. Game 2, we have a lot of mana. We have a pyroblast, but nothing to do. We'll mulligan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a weird hand. I think I'm going to mulligan as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Unfortunate. Okay. Let's keep. I think we have to get rid of the Monarch and the Chrysalis and try to draw into another mana so we can get our Avenging Hunter on the battlefield. Our opponent goes Island into Preordain. I'll play a Needle. We drew a Mountain. This is 5 mana right now. They play an Island. So we can't currently play the Avenging Hunter because they could have a lot of answers. I'll play my Mountain and pass the turn. They showed us Essence Scatter previously. They cycle a Lorien Revealed, finding an Island. So, question is Entourage or Avenging Hunter better? We just need more mana. Find a Trailblazer's Torch. So I guess I can just try casting that. Play the Lotus Petal, Timmy Spirit Guide, Torch. They can't hit it with a Hydroblast or anything. They have to have Counterspell. But they probably won't have it because they're focused on creatures. That was pretty good. So let's grab the Forest, or I'll get the Mountain here and plan to go down the path towards Stash. This allows me to hold up Pyroblast for them playing like a Drifter Ephemerate or something. They go Chancery. Let's see if we can Lost Well here. Lost Well, let's scry. I'm looking for mana. A little bit of mana. So I think I bottom this. Well, I'll bottom the Rite of Flame, top the Simian Spirit Guide because it's mana that I don't have to cast a spell to use. 4 green, cast the Entourage. I just want as many emblems as possible. Give me all the emblems. They cast a Essence Scatter, but I have the Pyro. So we worked up to that, knowing that they had the Essence Scatter. Trailblazer's Torch got around it. That was pretty sweet. We draw, finding the Commodore. Okay. Now we're turtling up. We need to draw some Pyros. They can't attack this turn. We are going to go into Stash. Putting some more creatures on the table next turn. I will Torch onto the Entourage. It doesn't have Vigilance, but it does have this thing that says, if you're the Monarch, it can block an additional creature. We draw for turn, or for Monarch. Now we have 3 mountains and a treasure token. We cycle in Ash Barrens. They're doing nothing. They're just holding on to counterspells, but we're kind of burying them in all of our emblems. Go into Catacombs, making a 4/1 skeleton. The skeleton will have Menace, which is going to allow me to continue to attack. And then I have a Lotus Petal. Let's just attack. Put you to 12, hopefully. Okay, that resolves. Or not resolves, that just happens. I mean, we're going to draw for end step. Finding a Red Blast. Now I can counter a counter spell. I can counter a Mole Drifter. We play another familiar. And a land. Let's see. We get to go into Throne. I'll take whatever's the hugest, which is going to be Avenging Hunter. Take the initiative again. Now I get to get a basic, so I'll just grab my Forest. I only have Forest left, I guess. Forest. Attack for 8. Bam. Okay. I'm going to try a Seething Song. They blue blast it. Okay. It's fine. Maybe I should have played out another Lotus Petal in case I drew another Red Blast, but we drew a Rite of Flame. They still have a Red Blast available. Goal is to attack them, and then we win. All right, 4-0. This is cool. Round 5 on the draw. We have 3 mana, which isn't enough to do anything. We draw 1 more mana in the next 2 turns. We do have Chrysalis into Torch. But I think I'm going to mulligan and be disciplined. This is a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn 1 Torch. I guess I'm going to keep this. Then we can put back the Woodlot. And then I'm hoping they're on a blue deck again, or like Gardens or something. Mono red would be really bad. Wooded Ridgeline. So probably red-green monsters. Land, Lotus Petal. We'll go Rite of Flame. Tap this. Lotus Petal. Play the Trailblazer's Torch. So we have turn 1 initiative. Will it be good enough? Probably not, based on our hand. But we can get the mountain and pass the turn. I'll grab the mountain. We need to start going down the Lost Well path, looking for creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Currently can make 5 mana, but it doesn't accomplish that much. Opponent plays a Wild Growth. They won't be taking the initiative this turn. Wild Growth again. So they are red-green monsters. They're pretty much as fast as I am, so I'm a little concerned. I don't have any good sideboard cards for this matchup. Lost Well. We scry. I will bottom both of these. Finding a Simian Spirit Guide. I mean, I can put it on the table. Doesn't really accomplish anything. I'll pass. The worst case scenario is if they have, like, a boarding party. No, they have the 6 mana. No. And I can't even right click to concede. No. Gets to lead the Stampede. Oh man, bad news. Okay. So we're taking 6 here. I don't know how we can get out of this one. Maybe if I find an Avenging Hunter. But they drew a bunch of cards. Finds a forest. Yeah, we're super dead. Okay, your turn. They're going to make their boarding party an 8/5. Gets in for 8. And then next turn they can get in for 8 again and kill us. They needed 6 damage. Another boarding party does win the game. Okay, cool. And an Avenging Hunter. They're really rubbing it in. Traps us down to 9. And we go to very negative. Cool. -5. What can I do? I don't think anything matters here. We're just going to submit. Maybe Trailblazer's Torch should be Boulder Branch Golem. Not sure if that's that great, though. All of their stuff is going to be so much bigger than mine. I would say that this probably is just going to be an unwinnable matchup, but we're going to do our best. We're on the play. I want to turn 1. We have turn 2 Commodore. Is turn 2 Commodore going to be good enough against their deck? Probably not. Mulligan. Okay, that's not good enough either. Okay, so I can keep this. And then I can go like turn 2 Chrysalis. Turn 3 Chrysalis Torch. I have... No, that doesn't have... I don't have enough mana for that. We'll keep and put back Commodore and Chrysalis. Or I can just go... Oh man, this is hard. So I can turn 1, turn 2 the Torch, and then turn 3 the Chrysalis. That's kind of my plan here. Pass the turn. Laid out the needle. What do you have on turn 1? If they have an Arbor Elf, that hoses my plan for sure. They play a Forest. And a Wild Growth. So no turn 1 creature. We have another Torch. Rite of Flame. We'll go Trailblazer's Torch. And I will grab a Mountain. Our opponent plays an Eldrazi Repurposer. Getting a creature on the table. I can play my Chrysalis. But then I have to use some of the mana from the Chrysalis, which isn't great. So I guess I should still go down Lost Well. Bottoming these. Looking for more big creatures, basically. I have a Lightning Bolt. Play the Chrysalis out. And then, let's see. I can just crack this and torch onto the Chrysalis. That way it survives the Repurposer. And I use the mana. As opposed to just like blocking and sacrificing. Next turn we go into Stash, so I can play another Torch. And then I'll get a 4/1. Right now they don't have red mana. Uh-oh. They have an Avenging Hunter. That's crummy. Okay. We have nothing going on. I will attack. They block with the Avenging Hunter, I can actually bolt it, kill it. Come on, just take the damage. Take the damage. Okay. So this deals 2 damage to the Avenging Hunter. And then I can bolt it. So the Avenging Hunter's off the table at least, but they're still going to have a big Eldrazi Repurposer. They forge onto the Repurposer, making it a 5/5, which my 4/5 cannot hang with. They've got a Utopia Sprawl on red. There's another Repurposer. It's all falling apart. I'm pretty happy about getting a 4/1 with this, though. That's pretty solid. I've already written myself off. Let's see what our opponent is going to do. Just not going to attack. Can I find a mana? Rite of Flame would allow me to cast the torch. Go into stash. I mean Spirit Guide. So I will Writhing Chrysalis. I'm gonna torch again. I want the initiative back. And then I will stash. I still don't think there's a good out for me here, but at least we took the initiative back for a second there. If they attack with only the 5/5, I think I'll block. They have another Wild Growth. This time, or Utopia Sprawl this time on red. So we're probably just gonna get killed by them having another Chrysalis or Boarding Party. One card left in hand. So they kept a hand that had a Avenging Hunter and an Altasaur. They find a Chrysalis. I can't concede. All right, I think I am going to just go ahead and scoop it up here. I do have an out. Let's see. What are you gonna do, opponent? They just have so many good options. All right, they got me. Concede. Okay, I felt like this deck was pretty fun to play. I hope you enjoyed. Unfortunate matchup in the end. Maybe somebody in the comments would have a good idea of how to beat red-green Ponza or red-green monsters. So if you do, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.